to you on DaylesAddiction. Welcome to you, I'm DaylesAddiction, and this is DaylesAddiction. If you want to see more buttery smooth videos, hop on my channel and subscribe, and yeah, like hit that one, the thumbs up emoji. Yeah.
Give us the bird.
Give us the yeah, if you're kicking back and watching me, give it a thumbs up. The Aussie way. Alright. Welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is DaylesAddiction.
And I'm Connor from the closet.
Connor in the closet.
Here's a funny story. Connor was driving today and I told him to go straight and he couldn't. He kept wanting to turn. I'm like, no, Connor, straight. You've got to go straight. He's like, I'm gay.
Don't out me on the channel.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think anyone would know.
No. Guys, okay, I've got to come clean with you. Confession.
Oh, dear. So, what were we going to talk about?
Luxury taboos.
Yes.
I'm going to do the whole video in buttery smooth. Caribbean blue.
Oh,
someone actually messaged me and they're like, you know, it's not Caribbean blue, the ribbon. It's they were like, it's not, the actual proper colour of it is like, I can't remember, they're like royal blue or whatever. And I was like,
my God.
I'll be making fun of you in the next video.
It's like, would you go up to a total stranger and pat them on the back and go, just got some feedback for you. Do you know that these colours aren't really complementary? Your colouring would work better.
Would it? Thank you! Thank you, stranger! Yes! Yes, no, in the reels, the most common thing that people responded was, can I get a photo of your bag? Like, people literally would go up to someone in the line and say, can I get a photo with your bag? Trying to, like, emulate, like, that was their lifestyle or that was their bag.
Yeah.
I'd be like, sorry. I think they're going to take it.
Yeah, well, I did a series, I think it was last year, where I talked about handbag etiquette, and that was one for people that weren't, that came up, and and is it real? Is it real? You've got more than one.
And yeah, the condescending, like, oh yeah, good on you, like you finally do, like it's like, okay.
They're so good.
Like, oh, is that the same forced reaction I'm supposed to have when you have a child? Like,
you do you.
You do you. But luxury taboos.
You know what they say about opinions.
They're like assholes. Everyone has them.
So, as far as we know.
Unless you identify as someone that does not have an asshole. Then more power to you.
Is that even a thing? Stop checking your Instagram.
No, it's annoying. This stupid watch.
Oh, get rid of it. Oh, no. That's right. You didn't have that last time I saw you.
No.
It's very annoying. He's always looking at it.
I'm trying to get rid of it because it doesn't go away. Sorry, I'm so popular. If you had mine, yours would be gone.
I do have
one. If you had it on.
I only wear it when I exercise.
That is not that defeats the purpose of having.
Oh, because I don't. Oh, this is going to be hard for you to hear.
What? They're ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are ugly. No,
I just don't think
it's not me.
Very fashionable.
No,
so
when people go to a wedding and they're wearing this, I'm like, why? No, I purely have this watch. So when I'm at my, I purely wear it. So when I'm at my new job, I'm not allowed to have my phone on me. So then if there's something like, I can just look at it and be like, okay, not important.
Have your phone on you.
No. Whereas in my old job, I could have it like on me.
That's like.
I feel like.
The 80s.
Yes, because so that's the only reason.
Landline only.
And that's why I bought this band, not the hideous silicone ones.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, honestly, like this is not me. It's very forced.
Yeah, but it looks good.
I know, but it doesn't though. Like it looks good for an Apple Watch.
It looks good for your today's outfit, and it's casual. But yeah, you're right.
I don't like it.
Your Apple Watch at your wedding.
Yeah, but anyways.
Right.
Each to their own.
So we were talking about taboos. And
slowly getting there.
And how things that maybe used to be taboo are maybe not so taboo anymore. And one of the ones...
I was going to say something. I won't say it.
Say it.
No, it's...
Is it very inappropriate?
Yes.
Okay. Connor's private joke.
Yes.
One of the things that came up was the whole concept of selling your lux. And specifically selling your lux to fund new purchases. And how...
Weren't you against this in the beginning?
I was against buying to... Not buying to sell.
Oh, you were more like buying in the hype and not doing your research and just getting it and then returning
Well, that's
it.
me. I've bought a couple of hype bags and sold them. They're the ones that I have sold.
Yeah. But not returned. Wasn't yours more like...
Yeah, I did mention that
multi-bichet.
once. Yeah, the multi... God, you've got a good memory. Yeah, I returned, and I felt so bad about returning it.
I was with you when you returned it.
You were?
Yeah, because then you went to
'Cause,
Fendi.
Yeah, that's right, and you picked up your strap.
Yes. Yeah, to soften the blow. I didn't even want the strap. Yes, no. I remember. But you were like mortified.
Yeah, I was.
So you should be, Dale. You got to repent. So
I've got to repent my luxury sins. But that's not related to this whole selling luxury. Selling luxury to fund new luxury.
yeah.
Because the taboo around it was, well, then really, should you be buying luxury anyway? Because the impost is that you can't afford it if you're selling things.
Yes.
It's like effectively you're off to the pawn shop to fund your next purchase.
Yes.
And I think that that's really changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that that is frowned upon anymore. I think people are really open to the fact that because designer purchasing has become much more trend-based and a lot more people are participating, I think goods are in much better condition. It's not like they're being sold when they're all battered and bruised. Like a lot of things are in really good condition.
And also the accessibility to sell things has changed where it's so easy. Like you can just do it on Facebook.
You don't have to go to a consignment store like you used to.
Or cash converters like back in the day.
Yeah.
Like you can literally just put it on Gumtree, Facebook, eBay, wherever.
Yep.
And if, depending on what the item is, generally it'll get snapped up.
Yeah.
But I was always told, I don't know, like just status quo wise, when it comes to like luxury things, I was always told that if you can't buy the thing 3 times over, then you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Or 2 times over, meaning...
That was in your Chanel video. Your Chanel price increase video.
Yes. It was. Watch that, because there's a Chanel price increase coming. But yeah, so it was that whole mentality, whereas like, but like, what? So if you can afford to buy a $10,000 bag, do you have to have $30,000? So do with that what you will, but now it's not like that because it's like, no, I've got this bag which costs $5,000 and if I want to get another $5,000 bag, I can just get rid of that one. Like so trade it in.
Yeah, it becomes like a kitty, like a bag kitty, like a bag fund. But yeah, I don't think it's frowned upon as much anymore because people who are buying luxury are different to the people who were buying luxury 10 years ago.
Correct.
Which weren't probably everyday people like it is now.
Yes.
The same as how, airline customers used to get dressed up to travel and only certain people in society would travel on planes and it was a big deal. Now people
anyone goes in business class these days because it's like, oh, you can bid to upgrade your seat for $100 and you win the bid and it's like you're in business class.
Yeah, and I think that that's okay, but I think people's lack of hygiene and manners when they're packed into a flying cigar with 200 other people and they,
haven't bathed.
They throw their hair over the seat and they've got their bare feet poking through the... Like, I'm not comparing this to luxury, but I'm just saying people who fly now are everyday people. People who buy luxury now are everyday people.
Yeah.
And so I think how you use the money that's held in your, I'll call it a collection.
Yeah.
it's not as taboo as it used to be.
Yes. Yep.
What do you think? Because I think we talk a lot on this, you know, on YouTube about did this bag work out, I'm selling it, or I'm buying it, or we see a lot of people going on their Hermes journey and having to sell bags to fund that.
Yes.
And that wouldn't have been spoken about, I wouldn't have thought.
No, because people would be like...
I don't want people to know that I can't afford it. Whereas I think there's a move to the better, and there's more transparency saying, like, as a regular person who wants to buy this kind of bag, I've got to make some tough calls.
Yes, yeah. And maybe it's the intention too, like if you're just buying stuff like all the time to kind of keep up with a certain thing versus it didn't work out, or it's the trend of it, or the
I guess what's the difference, I suppose?
Well, yeah, it comes down to the individual.
Doesn't it?
Because like they might be their
thing. If you are right into fashion, you know, and you want the latest hourglass bag, and then you go, right, well, I'm going to sell that at the height of its demand because now I want the crystal Prada bag.
Yeah.
And, right, I've had my fun with that, and now I want to buy the Bottega Veneta new Jody bag.
Yeah.
Like, if I was thinking about that, you know, and kind of going...
Is that okay?
Yeah, like, if I had the mindset and I could be bothered doing the work, because that's a lot of work, knowing what's coming and getting your hands on it, but also being able to sell at a time when you're going to get what you can for the bag.
Yes, yep.
Like,
it's like stock trading, basically.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like you're pretty serious about your fashion.
Yes.
Like, you know, assuming, and then there's another taboo, like just buying high demand bags to make a profit on them.
Mm-hmm. Which is more frowned upon.
Yet people recognise the role of resellers in getting those hard to find luxury items because they've got the network, the contacts, the platform to get those things. So it's this constant tension around, okay, I'm going to buy through a personal shopper or a reseller. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pay a premium to buy a very hard to get bag and then complain that I paid that fee.
Yeah.
And like, most of the time, I would suggest that they'll get that fee back on those sorts of bags.
Yeah.
And the one that comes to mind for me was that Chanel 19 Spring Summer pink iridescent small classic flap. I had a personal shopper buy that for me in London.
Like an Aussie one, or one that was just a London shopper?
She was based in Beirut, but went to London and Paris once a month. And I got that bag, and obviously I paid duty. Well, she sent it as a gift, actually, so I didn't pay duties on it, but I did pay her fee for buying that bag.
Yeah.
She didn't charge extra.
Yeah.
There's a fee for the shopping. And then I got that bag, and I was like, oh, no, it's not for me. Like, it's too...
How quick in... Like
How quick? I got it out of the box, and I went... Like, and it was a small classic flap, and I'm like, and I was trying to style it, and I'm like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I put it back in the box, and I thought, well, I'll hold on to that because I know it's so hot. I'll hold on to it, and I sold it, and I made a couple of $1,000s on it. I know,
wow.
But it wasn't my intention to do that, and I think that's the taboo. Like, if I'd have done that,
yeah.
And told everyone, I'm buying these bags that are high demand bags. I'm leveraging my network to do that. And then I'm going to sell them at a premium and make money. Why is that a taboo?
I think because it's a taboo because people are missing out on it who would pay the retail price for it.
Exactly.
And they're like, well, how come you're getting your greasy mitts on it when I just want to get it and I can't?
So how's that different to buying something and returning it?
I guess it all comes down to the intention. Returning it, you're not making money on it.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I think is funny. Why do you have to have a specific... I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say, why do you have to have good intentions or play fair? Like, it's just shopping. Like, why
maybe
would you be thinking about, when I buy this heart bag, that's going to mean Connor can't buy the heart bag?
No, but I think maybe it's the social media presence that holds people accountable for those things.
Yeah.
Where people are like, this person, I saw them with it, now they're selling it at this price.
Yeah.
And then because, I mean, it's made that problem. But no, when they're buying it, they're probably not thinking that at all.
Yeah. But what if they are?
I just find it hard to believe, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Look,
I think that there are people out there that...
I mean, luxury shoppers are hardly the most morally bound people.
Well, I was going to say, what makes it a moralistic thing? It's a funny concept to me. Like, when I explore it, if I stand outside of it from someone who, let's just say, I'm not going to be personally affected by missing out on hype bags and whatever, why... is it a problem that there are people who watch the trends, watch the new releases, have networks and go, I'm going to buy these bags because I know I'm going to make a premium on them? It's like scalping tickets, I suppose.
Yeah.
Except so far there's no laws against it, really.
Well, my whole thing is, if you're willing to put in the work and do all of that stuff,
exactly.
That's your reward.
Exactly.
Like, that's your reward for doing it, because
and
it's
you can't talk about fairness when it's supply and demand.
And it's not illegal. Like, they're not insider trading or anything.
It's disappointing and it's saddening.
And it can be unfair because blah blah blah. But
you got to put more effort in with your sales associates if you want.
Yes, like, they're not buying up the world's supply. They're just getting what they can. But yes, look, it's just another little business strategy.
It is, but I understand how people can see it's so unfair and it's so harsh, especially when they've been looking for things and been on a list, and then they turn up with, certain consignment stores that happen to have 3 of the same bag that is sold out everywhere. And you're like, what? It's like, well, yeah. So I think that there are definitely some taboos. What do you think about that? I mean, if you take away the personal issues and just talk about the fact that people have put in the work to identify hot items, build relationships to ensure that they get those items, and then paid for them, and then put their stocks out on the market when the price was good.
Or even put it in the context of another industry where you wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Like diamonds.
Diamonds, absolutely.
Or even, like, there's people that buy cars.
I was going to say, look at used cars now.
People
with
are selling
COVID.
Yeah, people are selling, like, used cars for more than the price of a brand new car because you can't get the brand new car because of the shortages. So... But people aren't going, oh my God, outrage, that's unfair.
Yeah,
it's just what the market has dictated, that's the price for it. And if you want it, buy it. If you can't, then don't.
Yeah.
So why is it bags? Maybe there's more sentiment behind buying a bag. It's more of a milestone thing. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Put it down there.
Asking for champagne, luxury shopping. Now, Sophie Shohet did a video recently where she said you should ask for champagne.
I think that's bad manners.
I do too. It's like, do you go to someone's house and go, can I have a glass of champagne? It's like a patsy and
it's like out of touch.
You got a champagne?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have champagne?
I think that's bad manners.
I've been in a store where I went to pick up my cappuccines and I was sat down and would you like a glass of champagne? Absolutely. Would you like a rosé? Oh, yes.
Here's the Pope Catholic.
Thank you. And I'm sitting down and I'm enjoying my champagne and they're going to get my bag. I don't know why it takes so long to get the bags, but it always seems to take a little while. I don't know what they do when they, this is before I've even seen the bag, let alone the wrapping process and everything.
Maybe they're inspecting.
If you've ever worked at one of the luxury stores, why does it take so long to wrap up the bag?
What are you doing back there?
What are you doing? Are you just taking a break and having some lunch while you're there?
Jessie style, you can answer this.
Yeah. And anyway, the people came and sat down adjacent to me, and they said they saw me drinking champagne, and they're like, "Can we have champagne?" Because they got some water, and I heard the SA say, "We usually offer champagne to people who've made appointments or who are picking up a pre-order."
So they're saying unless you're buying something, no? Do you reckon that's
the code? I thought it was actually really good that she had a response.
Yeah, like that.
Like
yeah.
that. But I didn't know that. Like,
I've been offered champagne when I haven't made an appointment or bought anything.
Yeah, well, same. But, you know.
Well, when...
But I was just like, how rude.
Like, for even asking, yeah.
Yeah, but I just thought it was... Yeah, I thought it was rude to ask. And so now I'm questioning myself and thinking, is it rude to ask? Like, they hadn't bought anything, but they'd been offered a drink. And they're like, oh, I didn't know champagne was on the menu.
And it's like, well, you didn't get a menu.
Well, actually, put it this way. When I was flying down to Melbourne, I went to the loo and I walked past another customer who had a mimosa. And I was like, oh, yes, please. And so when I came out of the loo and the man was there and he goes, oh, how are you going? I said, I'm really good. How are you? And he's like, I'm really good. And I said, I just noticed that guy there's got a mimosa. Are they on the menu? And he's like, for you, love.
That's a bit different because you're paying for a service and that's part of it. But going into Louis Vuitton to mooch off the free stale moe is not part of it. Did you catch that shade?
It's like, I'm feeling... Save money for luxury. I'm feeling rather thirsty.
Go buy key clay.
Do you have any refreshments? Sure. Would you like a water sparkling still? Well, speaking of sparkling...
do you have a Bloody Mary?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's okay to ask.
I don't think it's okay to ask.
Unless it's offered.
Yeah, unless it's offered.
So, would you like something alcoholic? And you're like, oh, do you have champagne?
Yes. No, I think it's bad manners. But that's in any setting. Like, you wouldn't go to someone's house. And then, like, obviously, if you go to someone's house, they're like, oh, do you want water?
Some people's house I do go to, I will demand champagne.
If you have precedence.
Yeah.
I've always got champagne for you.
Thank you. Well, I did offer you a sparkling. It's on the record.
It's on the record.
That I did offer
Dale was very hospitable. But yes, the census of me, consensus, is don't ask.
Don't ask. I wonder how many people go in and just ask for samples all the time.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, like, that's the thing that I'd love to know from people that work in...
Like, give us the tea.
That's right.
Maybe when we're undercover, we might find out.
Yeah. We might. All right. Well, that's just, you know, scratching the old...
Surface.
The surface of the luxury taboos. Are there any other luxury taboos that you would like us to discuss?
Do you think that
Analyze?
you should ask for champagne when you're in there, or if you have asked for champagne in there, or whatever it may be, or if you've asked for something, maybe you've gone in a million times and you've always got one sort of way of like champagne, water, orange juice, whatever, and then you've gone in another time, zilch, nothing. And you're like, what have I done differently?
Well, on the champagne front, I've never been offered champagne at Chanel. Every time I've bought a bag in boutique, I've never been offered champagne, but I was offered warm champagne at the 22 Spring Summer launch.
There you go, baby steps.
I had a sip and I said, oh, this is warm. And the waiter goes, okay.
Well, when we went to Fur La Page, they gave us the bottle and they were like, let's just finish the bottle. And I was like, okay. But I don't know if that was because it was my birthday. Yeah, I know. I was like, sure. So I was like, that's kind of like up the ante. But yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I never ask, but
don't ask, don't tell policy.
Always say yes.
Yeah, can't turn down the champers.
Well, you know, if I can.
If you're not driving lots.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for some little behind the scenes
get-ups.
Reels.
Yes, I've got to feel more reels. I've got you hooked.
I'm hooked on the reels. The last two were my favourite. About luxury judgment. They were pretty good.
Can all relate.
But I do want to see some impressions, and I do want to see some bad customer some bad customer behaviour.
Yeah.
Like, are these free? You know, like...
Yes. I won't reveal too much.
I can't even do it. Yeah, see?
I'm going to sell them on eBay.
Can I have some extra shopping bags?
Just chuck them in. Just put them right under the bag.
I'll get $30 a pop for those.
God, are they worth that much?
We're
sitting on a pile.
Is that a taboo? Selling your luxury packaging?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't pay for them. You can have mine for free.
And it does help those super fake counterfeiters.
Yes.
Doesn't it? We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. So good to have you back.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be back in the hot seat.
I feel like we're newsreaders now.
And I'm Connor Brennan, Channel 7 News. Do I sound like the news reporter?
Kind of. Are you going?
We'll work on it. I need a teleprompter.
Okay.
No, I'm not going into the news. I'd be one of those, they'd have those videos where they'd be like, news reporter gets caught swearing thinking it's not live. And I'm like, fuck this fucking, what the fuck? And then I'm like, back into news reporter mode.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you for a buttery smooth day. Every time. It's so funny. Where do I make up this shit, seriously?
I don't know where you got it from.
But anyways.
Okay.
Any other taboos you may think of or want us to know about or experience us? Down below in the commentios. And make sure to give it a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm. What did I call it? The algasm or something. I took the piss out of it and I can't remember what I called it.
What was that? The organism.
The organism.
Yeah.
Yes. It helps. Right. Sayonara.
Adios.
Oh.
What is that? Merci au revoir.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.